Ready.
Okay, good morning, everyone. This is the Mooresville Museum, and this is May 17th, 2014. It's about 11:05 in the morning, and today we have a unveiling we're going to do of a gift to the museum by the Carrie Hobbs and John Wilford family. This is a Civil War era drum that came into the family's possession years and years ago. And Mr. Bishop, if you'll grab the flag, we'll unveil the flag.
Tell us about the flag.
The flag is a replica of the Confederate federal flag.
So the stars show.
It has the original 7 states, that stars for the 7 states that seceded from the Union. This flag was further modified through the years to add all of the stars for all the states. We also have replicas of the flag this flag on the left-hand side of the drum, and on the right-hand side of the drum is a replica of the flag that flew at Fort Sumter, South Carolina. And with us this morning is Mr. Clifton Bishop. He is the grandson of Carrie Hobbs and John Wilford, the owners of the drum that presented it to the museum about 2 years ago. It took us quite a bit of time to get the case built, thanks to Steve Sherrill, a local cabinet maker, and John Sparrow, who donated the wood. So, Clifton, tell me what you know about the drum and how it came into your family's possession.
Well, when I was a little boy, it was in my grandfather's attic, and he had an inside stair to the attic, and my cousins, several of my cousins and I would go upstairs and play with the drum and whatever else was up there, but I remember playing with the drum. And I actually thought maybe those drumsticks were gone. I don't know.
No, those
Huh?
those are replica drumsticks that John Sparrow.
That's what I thought. I didn't remember how it knows.
What do you know about the drum? How did it come into family possession?
I think it came from my grandfather's. Oh God, I forgot how that was. Whitfield
Wilford.
Who was born around 1880 or something like that, I think. He was born right near the end of the Civil War or something like that.
How did the family get the drum? Do you remember what the story was told?
Well, my uncle, my very favorite uncle, well, he died a few years ago, maybe 15, 20 years ago. His middle name was Whitfield, George Whitfield Williford. And his sister, Martha is still living here in Mooresville. She's 93 years old. And I asked her about the drum when somebody said, well, that didn't come from the Willifords. She said, oh, yes, it did. She said it absolutely came from the Williford family. So that's all the main things that I know about the drum.
Now, someone told us a story about the soldier coming through the farm.
Well, I've heard that. I've heard that secondhand, third hand or something. Really, I don't remember hearing that back years ago.
Okay.
I just don't remember that.
We have another member of the Williford family who just walked in, Mr. Richard Powers.
Hey, Chip.
Hey.
So, anybody have any questions they would like to ask? Or?
Wayne, for the recording purposes, what is the story that you all were told about?
The story we were told that there was a Confederate soldier walking home after Appomattox. Was walking, and in that era, a lot of the soldiers, after the war was over, they didn't have horses, and so they were walking home. He came across the Williford farm here in Iredell County. He was wet, cold, and hungry, and they took him in, fed him, dried him out, cleaned him up, and as a gesture of appreciation, he left the drum with the family. So that was the story we were told when we picked the drum up. Whether that's true or not,
I never heard it.
it's a good story at least.
Absolutely.
You
Are
never
there-
heard it.
Imagine him giving up a drum that he carried through the war.
That's a good thing.
Blakey, you remember sitting in the attic?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
seen
I remember it used to be part of the uniform up there too.
Well, we also, so if you can come up with a better story, we appreciate it.
Well, the Whitfield name is what's key is, and that was George Whitfield, George, our uncle. It was
Uncle George?
Uncle George. George's middle name was Whitfield,
Okay.
and this thing came down from a Whitfield, Williford.
So are there any markings to indicate where the drum might have been made or?
Yes, there are, inside the drum, there's a label of, that it was made in Albany, New York, and the name of the company is the Mitchum. It's on our board behind that painting. And it was made in approximately 1850s, we believe. So you can see the label if you look through the bottom of the drum, because the drum head on the bottom is torn. So you can photograph it. We have a photograph of the label. Whether this drum was originally a Union drum or was originally a part of a Confederate unit, we don't know. You know, we'll never actually really know. Whether it was captured on the battlefield, we'll never know. There is a name written on the side here, barely legible, and I think David Whitlow has decoded it as Hardy.
him. Oh,
Now,
that's him.
Is that
Hardy
Hardy
Willard.
Whitlow.
Hardy?
I mean, Williford.
Hardy Williford?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the one we were
Yeah.
telling you about.
Okay, well then, it was,
Uncle Hardy,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
okay.
He
so-
also had a diary, do you remember that?
Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
Somebody's got that diary.
I like to know
I think
who.
Martha's got that diary.
Who?
I think Martha has it. Marty,
Marty might have.
I think Marty has that.
Who's that name, Hardy Whitfield?
Williford, I'm sorry.
Williford, Harley Williford.
Yeah, I think Martha has that diary.
I
Is,
wonder if the diary says anything about the drum.
is this the condition that it was in when the museum received it,
Yes,
or?
yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes, there's nothing been done to it. And if you think about how old it is, the condition that it's in, it's at least over 150 years old. You can see where the straps have come off. The drum head on top has a hole in it, and it also has the torn place in the bottom.